should have connected you guys. Hello, we are back. Wow. You guys, we are back. I don't know what happened. We got cut off, but we are officially back. I'm just going to ask because I don't think it recorded. Hello. I don't think it recorded what was said. I wasn't able to save it. So can you just talk a little bit about your process of coming here, deciding to come here and actually doing it against the fear?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I think that there's definitely like a fear of like leaving what's comfortable and what's known and leaving money too. Because when you're tapped into a city as a musician, it takes a while to develop all those connections and those income flows basically.
Right.
So you're cutting all that off. You're coming to a place where you don't have any of those connections. And next thing you know, your bank account starts to drain down.
Right.
And you're trying to make connections. You're trying to find, people. You're kind of just reaching out, grasping for anything really. First to establish physical stability, find a place to live, and then financial stability. Okay, I can now pay my bills, and then you start to like, okay, what can I do for my craft, my artistry, and that sort of thing. But it's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
Definitely not. Andrew, can you share? Because Andrew is a guitarist and he's visiting his friend Aiden. So Andrew is a musician and he's deciding or thinking or considering coming to Los Angeles as well. So can you talk about that process? I know you haven't actually moved here, but you're visiting and exploring the territory.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So for me, I've seen a few friends come here from Chicago, and I've sort of looked at Aiden, and I've noticed how Aiden has taken this really big risk, and he had his career really well established in Chicago, and he's sort of choosing to start from scratch in this new place.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that could be a really difficult process. So if I ever want to do that for myself, I'm trying to set myself up sort of as much as possible, where I already can meet some folks out here, make some connections. Not that would necessarily lead me to having gigs or something, but just knowing people and knowing some ways to network out here.
Yes.
What places to go, who to talk to for certain types of things, and things of that nature.
That's good. That is so good, you guys. We're having a moment of truth for those that are watching, that are musicians, those that will see this feed. Basically, we're talking about just being able to navigate as a musician and making decisions that really affect your life when you're passionate about something, and having to decide on how to have it as a career. So I was really excited. I had the pleasure of meeting Aiden on Saturday or a few days before as we did a gig together with our go-go band iNation. Thank you for the fire comment. And then I met his friend Andrew, and I thought it would be really great to interview them on this podcast because a lot of people talk about, ask questions about my story, and it's really about not just my story, but sharing not just my friends who are successful, but even new friends who are where we were some time ago when we were new in Los Angeles and really trying to navigate this life of being a full-time musician, what it takes against, all our odds and fear, right? So I just want to, tell you a little bit about Aiden. He's a bass player, and Andrew's a guitarist, and they're Aiden is really getting himself established. Last night you were at Gold Diggers, right?
Yeah.
There's a club called Gold Diggers. A lot of my friends play there, and it's really cool. So he's getting himself up. In Los Angeles, there are some really important points. The point is you need to get out there as much as possible. Sitting in at the jam sessions, period. That's what you need to do. You need to, against your fear, introduce yourself to musicians, even if you don't know them and you're going out. Just go up to people, right? Don't take anything personally. If someone may be in a bad mood that day and they're not nice, just meet people. Just you just got to push through your fear. Just introduce yourself to people, let them know who you are and what you play, and then try to sit in as much as possible. And these are things that help you to get established in LA. Just getting out, meeting people, sitting in as much as possible. But another key factor is establishing relationships. And that is the key, because good relationships, right? And understanding that this is a business. And although you make relationships with people, hello, hi, thank you for being here. Some of the relationship, it's all business. Everything about music is business. Although we maybe have started playing our instruments as kids and it's always been fun, but now it's all about business. You came to Los Angeles. This is a big city. There's the film industry, live tours, studio sessions. I mean, the work is endless. There's so many opportunities, but you just got to establish relationships. You got to be prepared with your skill set, learn music. And I'll be honest with you, because you can't see the future from where you are now, but if you write, like my friend Donald Hayes, he always wanted to play with Marcus Miller. He just studied his songs, because you never know, right? I feel like the intention, right, is there, and somehow the opportunity may present itself. So if this is someone that you dreamt of working with, why not prepare yourself? And I will tell you that when I was a young girl, before I even came to Los Angeles, I was in Washington, D.C., and I remember basically speaking over my life, all the things that I wanted to do, everything. When I say everything, my full life. And then I can't believe I actually did these things, right? And so, when you look back over your life and you look over things that you had a dream for, that you dreamt of, and maybe 10 years down the line, you guys will look back like, oh my God, we were sitting where we were sitting having this discussion, and now I'm playing with such and such. But it's really important to kind of have a goals book and just writing down stuff, because you can think it, but it's good to write it down and then speak it. Like, God, I want to play with this person one day, like, or even if you say it internally, but just and just every day do something, because again, when you're new in town, you got to establish yourself. So maybe getting a job and this and that, but whatever you do, every day do something to better yourself. I mean, now we're living in a time where it's social media. It wasn't like that in our time, but whatever it takes, making a video of you playing something, I chose to, hey everybody, I chose to play this song today because I really love this song and I'm a big fan of such and such, and maybe he'll see this video or something, but just every day doing something for yourself, which is going to lead to something for your career, right? Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to come on, you guys, and talk about the process of navigating as a musician. One of the things I wanted to ask you guys, since you're new in town and you're interested, aspiring to move to Los Angeles, do you have in your head, and if you don't, maybe you can think about it, some key people that you'd like to meet, musicians that play your instrument that you would like to meet, and then imagine what that would look like when you met them, right? Imagine what that relationship would look like when you met them. And then another thing I want to ask you about is, and maybe something for you to consider, like songs, because when you do gigs, like all kinds of gigs, there's a lot of music that you have to learn, right? And we always practice and try to learn music, but there's always a song or a style of music that you kind of avoid because it's really difficult for you, right? The thing that I can tell you about that is the more you run away from something, the more it shows up for you time and time again, right? And that's just something I've learned. So maybe, Andrew, you can talk about that, because I asked you a question about one of my dear friends who's a guitarist, And then I was just so excited that you knew who he was.
Yeah.
Like, of course. And then I called him, and, you know, I really wanted him to meet you. And, I mean, he's doing Coachella, so that's why he didn't come to the show. I mean, I'm sure it was too much. But, so that was someone that you were familiar with, that you aspired to possibly be on his list. Hey, man, I can't do this gig. Can you do it? You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, one day.
So
Hopefully.
you were familiar with him. How did you come to know about? It's Eric Walls, you guys.
Yeah.
How did you come to know about him?
Shawnee, like she said, was gracious enough to introduce me to Eric over FaceTime the other day. So that was a really kind of mind-blowing experience to get to meet like one of the sort of great guitar players out there that I really look up to, just like within a day of arriving into LA. So that was really cool. So thank you again for that. But Eric is just one of those people that just has all of these amazing components in his identity as a player that I sort of aspire to work into my own playing, and he has a lot of really great influences, and I'm sort of trying to find ways to incorporate many of those things into my own artistry, into my own playing. So he's sort of in this like class of guitar players that I really look up to, he's really not, you know, that much older than me. I think of people like him and Isaiah Sharkey, who's also a Chicago native, who I've sort of looked up to for a very long time. Eric, I've come to know a bit more recently than Isaiah Sharkey, just because of where I'm from. But these folks who play this very modern, very inspiring, sort of stylistically diverse playing is really something that I look up to and I'm inspired by a lot.
Wow. Now, can you share with the people, like, what inspires your playing most? Like, what song or what genre of music really resonates with you and inspires you, gets the most out of you creatively?
So, you know, growing up, I was very much sort of just someone who played pretty much rock and blues, and that was kind of it. Like the program that I was in as a kid, that was what we did. And as I've gotten older and as I got into my 20s, I got a lot more into R&B and other types of sort of, I wouldn't even call it like fusion necessarily, but jazz inflected things like jazz, blues, and R&B that's a little bit more fusion heavy and things of that nature. I also have started playing church in the last year, so that's been a big inspiration for me as well. And just trying to work in, you know, other types of music that I didn't necessarily grow up playing, but really inspire me now. So yeah, really just kind of like R&B, fusion, and church a little bit as well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys remember his face, because he's going to do great things.
This guy.
He's going to do great things. Now we're going to talk to Aiden about your playing as a bassist. Like, who as a bassist, who are some of the bassists that have inspired you and your playing, and why?
Sure. Well, there's a guy out here who, when I was in Chicago, everyone was telling me, you gotta check out this bass player. His name is Ethan Farmer.
Yes, Ethan. What's up, Ethan?
What's up, Ethan?
I gotta connect you. Okay.
And when a good friend of mine, who's also a mutual friend of Ethan's, was like, everything I got, me and Ethan kind of came up together with that sort of style, and it comes from a lineage of bass playing. And I really took that. His name is J Red. What up, J Red, my dude? I took him as a mentor of sorts in Chicago, and was kind of trying to follow in that vein. So I feel like musicians, like, it's really helpful to have like a lineage that you can associate yourself in, whatever particular style you want to do. And so Ethan, like, he's way up there in terms of like his approach to the playing, the way he grooves, the way he, you know, everything, his technique, his style, and the sort of artists he's played with. It's just been so dope to see and follow. And he's also from Chicago too.
Ethan Farmer.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the guy right there.
I'm so excited, you guys. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in. What's up, everybody? Tell me where you're coming in from. I see all the hands. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for coming on. I hope you're inspired by this feed. Okay, I see there are a lot of questions. I'm so excited. I want to ask you. So you guys, we are in North Hollywood. First of all, let me tell you that. I can't tell you where, but we're in North Hollywood, and I'm really having a deja vu moment because this is where it all started for me. I feel like this is like the entertainment capital. Not really, but Los Angeles. But I started in North Hollywood being roommates with Gordon Campbell and Trevor Lawrence Jr. And there are a lot of up and coming musicians coming to town, and I'm really excited because even with my career, it's just really important to me and for me to sow into people, to just help and contribute to the lives of, can you believe I'm going to say this, but to the lives of people that are younger, that are just starting their career. And I just want to be able to create a roadmap and share the knowledge that I've learned and the mistakes that I've made with them so that they can have better experiences, so that they can far exceed even their own expectations of themselves. And I will say for me, because I believe that God gives us these gifts. I mean, there are so many musicians in this city, women and men, and I feel like God has given us gifts, and God will open the doors of opportunity. It's God that brings the opportunities, right? And he uses people to do that, right? And I feel so blessed, and I feel like I have so much information. I just want to share and connect people. I feel like everyone has a right to do what they want to do, right? If you're passionate about something, I feel like everyone has a right to do that, and everyone has a right to have doors open for them. And so I believe that with my knowledge and my experience because of the years, I just want to share and connect you guys to people. I want to expose you to people because I just have a heart for people, and I just think that we have this gift of music, and this gift of music brings people like joy all over the world. This gift of music, when things are divided, this gift of music unites us, and I think that it's light, right? The ability to play instruments, to play music together is like it's like unity, and I feel like we bring light. And why not, if I could light the candle for each person, you guys are like the candle, and if I can light the candle by introducing you to people, by exposing you to the world just on my little platform, and with my connections, why would I not do that? Because we need many candles all over the world illuminating this world and bringing light through our gifts and our joy. I feel like when people dare enough to live what they're passionate about, they're happier, right? But one of the things that's important is having a balanced life. So until you get to the point where you can do what you love and take care of yourself, it's good to do what you have to do so that you can take care of yourself, right? Because all of these characteristics create for a better musician, so that when you work in the professional capacity, you're this person is responsible, right? And I think that good habits are formed immediately. They need to be practiced immediately, and not, when I get the gig, then I don't have to have a job because I just want to do this gig. Well, you have to do whatever you have to do to get yourself established, to learn how to be responsible, to learn how to show up. That's what college or universities teach you, or just situations where there's structure and there's an expectation of you, right? So it's like, if you can't be responsible in your life without having the career, how can you be responsible in your life if someone calls you, I need you to do The Voice in 2 days, you have to learn 500 songs, and it happens. I mean, sometimes those opportunities come and it's like, oh my God, I have to learn 30 songs by tomorrow, but it's okay because I get to walk away from this and I'm actually going to live my dreams. Oh my God, I can cry. You're crying and you're just learning these songs and it's so hard, but still, you just have to stay up all night and push through. So everybody, I just want to say thank you for being on. Hey, oh my God. Hey everybody, what's up? This is The Process, navigating as a musician in the world, in the city of Los Angeles specifically. I am here with some friends, some new friends, and I just want them to share their Instagram with you so you can follow them. And look, you guys know, like, I think about my boy Chuck, who's a guitarist. I remember having this same conversation with him, and now he's like on tour and he's just having the best time. It's his first big tour, but it's surely not his last, as will be for the gentleman that I'm sitting with. And I'm telling you guys, like, I'm so excited that they're in this city and they're going to do so well. Remember, I said that they're going to do so well. And you know, one of the key factors in establishing yourself once you start doing those gigs is staying humble and being kind, because your reputation follows you everywhere. So I just want them to share with you their Instagrams, their social media, so you guys can follow them, starting with Aiden.
Hey, so my Instagram is Aiden, AIDANX bass.
What did you say? Oh, hey, great day, my friend. Did you have a question? How are you doing? I'm doing very well, you guys. Say hi to my friends. Did you have a question, Chief, for my brothers here? So this is Aiden. Andrew, share your Instagram with the people.
Sure. So it's basically just my full name with a couple letters chopped off. So it's AND, and then it's my last name, which is Patinkin. It's PATINKIN. So it's and Patinkin.
So again, I want to thank you for coming on to the process. Oh, okay. So thank you for coming into the process, you guys. Please check out the feed if you haven't already. Those that missed the live or those that were on the live, please share with your friends. Help to inspire some people. And we'll be back on soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.